Well, joining us live now with more analysis on the conflict is International Relations Senior Lecturer at Flinders University, Dr. Jessica Genauer. Appreciate your time, Doctor. Israel has made it clear that it wants to eradicate Hamas as a political entity. Is that actually possible through this conflict in Gaza?
So that's a very important question, and it's a question that still remains to be seen. Certainly, Israel has said that a core objective for them now going into Gaza with tanks and ground troops is to try to eliminate Hamas's ability to actually rule politically within the Gaza Strip and to try to eliminate as many Hamas militants as they can. Now, that's going to be a very challenging and very costly operation to undertake, given that the Gaza Strip is such a highly built up, densely populated urban environment, and that this is essentially an asymmetric conflict between a non-state actor group, that's Hamas, and then a state actor, that's Israel. And this type of conflict is typically the most challenging type of military operation to actually undertake successfully and achieve that type of objective.
So how do you expect we'll see Hamas respond to that escalation on the ground? Just how do their capabilities compare to the might of the IDF? I mean, how well resourced and backed up are Hamas?
So as I noted, this is what we can sort of class as an asymmetric conflict. So both sides have different types of military capabilities, which can be difficult to compare. Israel has more sort of conventional military capability, and Hamas will have more of those kind of hit and run insurgent type tactics that they will use and can actually create a lot of damage and a lot of costs for a conventional military like the Israeli Defense Forces. So it's hard to say exactly to compare them one for one, but what is clear is that there will be a lot of intense and, painstaking fighting as Israeli troops do go into the Gaza Strip to try to, first of all, find those Hamas militants who also have the ability to blend back into civilian populations if they choose to do so, and then to try to eliminate them with with sort of minimum costs for the Israeli Defense Forces as well, would be what Israel would be trying to do as they start those operations into the Gaza Strip.
And Jessica, what about those skirmishes on Israel's northern border with Hezbollah? Are those conflicts likely to escalate? Do you see this spreading throughout the region?
So this is a very concerning development and a flashpoint that we really need to watch as this conflict continues and the fighting between Israel and Hamas continues. So we've seen Hezbollah, who are very closely allied with Iran. They get funding and sort of backing from Iran, and we've seen them increase their activity on the Lebanon-Israeli border. Now, another important thing about Hezbollah is that they are part of the Lebanese government, but they also have their own kind of militant forces within Lebanon that by some estimates are even stronger than the Lebanese military. So therefore, if Hezbollah does decide to become more directly involved in a conflict with Israel, the implication would be that that would actually drag Lebanon into a direct conflict with Israel as well, which would really be a severe escalation of what is currently happening, because that would be bringing in another state actor in the region into a direct state-on-state conflict with Israel.
Dr. Jessica Genauer, really appreciate you joining us. Thank you with your analysis.